Hi friends, happy Thursday. Welcome back to Math Today. Today for math, you will need your math activity worksheet from your work packet and a pencil. You will also need a crayon, or you can grab a box of crayons, whichever one you prefer. But those are the materials you'll need for our lesson, so go ahead and pause the video and grab the materials that you need. All right, friends, welcome back. Today for math, we're going to continue working on another teen number. When we have teen numbers, that means that our number is made up of 2 digits. In the driver's seat, the number in the front is always going to be a 1 when we have a teen number. So we just pretend that these two numbers are driving along in the car, and the 1 is in the front, driving, and the 4 is in the back, riding along, okay? So since the 1 is the driver, the 1 has the driver's license, that shows me, okay, since the 1's in the front, this is a teen number, which means that it's made up of one group of 10 and some extras in the back. And in this case today, for our number 14, we have one group of 10 and 4 extras that we're going to practice making. So we're going to practice spelling the word 14. We're going to practice making it with different resources that we've used throughout the year, such as our 10 frame, number line, and Unifix cubes. And we're also going to show how to add to 10, to 14 using a group of 10. Okay, showing our 2 groups of 10 and some extra. So let's go ahead and get started. So at the very top, we have our word 14. So before we trace it, let's touch the letters and spell it together. 14 is spelled F-O-U-R-T-E-E-N, 14. Now, instead of coloring it with your pencil, what I want you to do is practice tracing it, because this is going to be good letter practice. When we write our letters, as we know, and our numbers, we always start at the top. So we pretend that the lines are the dirt, the grass, and the sky. We never want to kick dirt up from the bottom and get dirt in our eyes. So let's start at the top. So we have lowercase f, lowercase o. I know it's a little hard to see my blue, but I'll hold it up at the end. Lowercase u, lowercase r, lowercase t, lowercase e, another lowercase e, lowercase n. Now we have spelled the word 14. Very good. If throughout this activity, as all of our activities in our videos, we are going to fast, just pause the video, catch up to where you need to be, and then press play when you're ready. All right, now let's take a look at our 10 frame. We're not going to quite color yet, but I do want to point out that we have our 10 frames, 2 of them put together to make the number 14, because this shows we have one group of 10 and how many extras to make 14? 4 extras. So with your pencil, let's count and mark out just to show we know 14. So ready? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Very good. Now we're going to trace and then write the number 14. So when we write 14, we start at the top with the number 1 first. And we leave a little space where the numbers aren't touching, but not too much space where it looks like, ooh, there's a 1 and a 4. We want it to look like a number together, a 2-digit number, 14. So I'm going to trace the 4 down and over and down once more. That's the way to make a 4. So now together with my 1 and 4, I've made a 14. Let's make another one. Start at the top and down you run. That's the way to make a 1. And then your 4, down and over and down once more. That's the way to make a 4. All right, now we're going to do the same thing across the bottom, but this time when we trace the dotted number, we're going to see the next space is not a dotted number. The next space just shows us where to start our numbers. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with first tracing the dotted number 14. So you have your 1 and your 4. Make sure that you're hitting those lines. Okay, this is good practice for when you write on your own. So now we're going to write one on our own. The first number, we're going to start at the top dot on the very top for the number 1. And then for the number 4, we're going to start on the next spot. We're going to go down and over and down once more. Okay, so go ahead and practice writing 3 more on your own, finger spacing in between. Okay, so I'm going to finger space and write my 14, 1 and 4. Finger space and write my 14, 1 and 4. And finger space and write my 14, 1 and 4. Okay, notice I don't have any floating numbers. My numbers don't look like this. They're all touching the lines. Okay. All right. If you need more time with that, pause the video so that you can catch up. If you're ready, let's go ahead and move on to the next resource. What do we call this resource right here? The number line, right? The number line helps us to know our numbers in sequence or in order. So notice this number line doesn't start all the way back at 0, although we know we've been practicing all the way back at 0 or starting at 1. But because we know our numbers in order, we can start this number line at 10. So we mostly just see the number line with our team numbers, the numbers 11 through 19 on here. And then it ends with the number 20, showing, okay, the next number family after the teens is the 20s. So let's go ahead and circle the number 14 on the number line. So we see 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And this is going to help us with our next activity. So let's go ahead and trace the dotted 14 in the middle of the boxes. And then what's the number that comes before 14 on the number line? The number 13, we see it right here. So we're going to write a 1 and a 3. Okay. 13 is 1 less than 14. So what's the number that comes after 14? 15. 15 is 1 more than 14. So now we have 13, 14, 15. Okay. Now we're going to come down to the 10 frames where they are blank, and we are going to show 14 on our own this time. Remember, when we fill in our 10 frame, the 10 frame helps us to subitize, so it's easy on our eyeballs. As soon as our eyeballs see it, our brain should know it, right? So let's take a look at the top 10 frame. So let's go ahead and count. We're going to fill it in from left to right, top to bottom, making circles. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I didn't have any more room in my top 10 frames, so I had to draw my extras in the next one. And I didn't just draw them wherever I wanted to. I drew them from left to right, starting across the top. Okay, so now my eyeballs easily can see, ooh, I see 14 circles because there's one group of 10 and 4 extras. And when you put those together, that makes 14. So let's go ahead down here and trace the big 14 in the girl's hand. A 1 and a 4. And then we're going to show how we add to 14. And you'll see in our addition sentences, there's different numbers that are missing. So the first one says 10 add blank equals 14. This is an example of what we call a missing addend. A missing addend means, oh, we're going to give you one group. You need to figure out the other group that you put together to make this many. So we have 10, again, add blank equals 14. Well, how more do we add to 10 to get to 14? 4. Very good. The next one is 10 add 4 equals blank. Well, when we put 10 and 4 together, we said we have how many all together? 14. So go ahead and write your 14 in that box. Okay. Now I'm going to let you do this last part on your own with your crayon. Okay. So we see that there are 2 trains of cubes. Okay. You are going to color the cubes where you have one group of 10 and 4 extra. Okay. So when you color them, make sure that you count to make sure you have 10. Okay. And then your 4 extra, I want you to start at the bottom and color up. Okay. I don't want you to color any cubes that you want because we can't have floating cubes, right? When we put cubes together, they have to stand on something. All right. So Go ahead and complete that part on your own. And when you're finished, if you'd like, you can color the stars and the little girl over here holding the number 14. Great job today, friends. Keep up the great work. And I will see you guys again tomorrow for your next math lesson.